Thought I was unmuted that whole time. Welcome, everybody. Market's crashing. Alt season canceled. Oh my God. No, it's not. It is bullish as ever. This is exactly what we want to see right now, flushing out a lot of that over leveraged liquidity. What are the targets? What are the signals? What are we looking at? If you watched the stream yesterday, I talked about some of these downside potentials. Is this going to continue down? Is it about to rebound up? Welcome to the stream, everybody. We got some music to play here for just a second. And yeah, Bitcoin pumping, that's the words in the song. And if you zoom out, you realize we've been pumping for a year and a half. So yes, this is just a mid-cycle correction. Let's talk about it. Let's dive into it together. Everybody hit that like button, subscribe button, ding the bell. Let's get that tune pumping. And so we can get into this here in just a moment. Let's go.
Bitcoin, pump, altcoins, pump. I've been preparing for this. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Bitcoin, pump, altcoins, pump. I've been preparing for this. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Bitcoin, pump, altcoins, pump. I've been preparing for this. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Bitcoin, pump, altcoins, pump. I've been preparing for this. Can't nobody tell me nothing. SEC and its policies rely on whatever Gary thinks. Bitcoin's a flight to quality. I heard that from Larry Fink. Every hour losing purchasing power on foolish out there. It's not our fault. Blame the coal. It's the political cowards when it comes to gas. Our purchasing power just got cut in half. I sit back and laugh, open my bag, fill it with stacks and sats. Bitcoin, pumping, altcoins, pumping. I've been preparing for this. Can't tell me nothing.
And I believe crypto will play that type of role as a flight to quality. We are hearing from clients around the world.
Bitcoin, pump, altcoins, pumping. I've been preparing for this.
And I believe crypto will play that type of role as
Bitcoin, pump, altcoin, pumping.
we are hearing from clients around the world.
Can't nobody tell me nothing.
Crypto, depending on how you think about it. And I believe crypto will play that type of role as a
Can't
flight
nobody
to
tell me nothing. Bitcoin, pump.
We are hearing from clients around the world.
Prepare for this.
It's time to get into it. Breaking down, or is this creating ultimately the last or one of the, great opportunity, the most bullish setup ever? Let's get into it. Let's go. What's up? Right now, the market is crashing. It is not crashing. Looking at the price action here, we see it. This is so scary. But when we zoom out here onto the 3-day chart, double click there. So look, this is just up and to the right. People are worried right now, and it's unfounded. It really just highlights the fact that you may be either over leveraged, you may have too much exposure in the market, and you need that money for a regular living, or you're just being impatient. And listen, I have been all of those. And in moments during even the days that we're in right now, even I still feel those feelings. We all do. So when we're looking at the market right now and we see that things are breaking down, we ask, is the altcoin season canceled? Because this is the others chart. Everything in the crypto market out, basically outside of the top 10 rolling over. Is this going to have further downside? Maybe it will. What does that mean for the market? What does the TA say? What are the signals? What are the levels? I've been breaking this down for you on a daily basis. How are you doing? How are you feeling, everybody? Are you worried right now? Throw a 1 in chat if you're worried. It's okay. It's good if we talk about this. Everybody needs to know who's worried, who's not. So maybe it's like, okay, you feel that too. Cool. Are you completely calm as a cucumber right now because you know what's coming here in the coming months? Or are you super bullish with this and taking advantage of opportunities? Let me know what you're doing in the chat. All of us are feeling a variety of these feelings, and it might change throughout the day. But when we look at this and we realize that if we're so bullish, as we've all been talking about for the last year plus, this means opportunity is arising in altcoins that you may have felt like you didn't stack enough into. This means that there's opportunity arising in areas that maybe there's a coin you hadn't even been able to pick up yet. This means opportunities arising if you are frustrated with this price action to take your ass off these charts and go spend some time with family. You should already have had a strategy in place. You should already have been implementing that strategy and making sure right now that you're not acting emotionally to trade away your future because you are doing exactly what the market makers in this market want you to do, which is get scared and panic sell or over leverage short this only to hand it back when we get a fierce bounce. That's what we need to talk about right now. We got so much to cover today. Dude, I'm freaking out, says Renegade Designers. But then what does he say that? What does he follow that with? Not, I don't know why that turned black. That's weird. It's never been black before, but you can see it up there. There you go. Now you can read it. Not exactly. I'm not worried at all right now. The portfolio I've been sharing with all of you, this altcoin portfolio. Remember about 2 days ago, it was like $145,000. It's down. Am I panicking? No. Why? Because this particular portfolio, yes, I have different portfolios. This particular portfolio specifically is a position portfolio of altcoins where I bought and we're holding into sometime next year to rotate out the profits into Bitcoin or into my fiat bank account to change, to affect my life. What's the point of doing this? What's the point of being in this market if all you do is take screenshots only to see it round trip back to zero? That's what we do here at BitLab Academy. So welcome to the stream. If this is your first time, I really hope it's not your last time. I hope I can bring you into our community, into our family. My name's Kelly Kellum, director of BitLab Academy, and more so just a member of this community with you all. Shout out to all of our channel partners here. CoinW, as you can see, where's that? There you go. It's all backwards. CoinW, our exchange partner, nordvpn.com/BitLab for 4 months free of a VPN. Everybody, you should all be using a VPN. nordvpn.com/BitLab. And then, of course, Arculus right here. Boom. The best crypto cold storage solution. GetArculus.com. Use code BitLab, one word, BitLab20. All one word, BitLab20 for 20% off for the best crypto cold storage solution you could get. One tap total security. Now let's get into what we want to talk about because the market is providing opportunity right now for those that are aware. And as you can see, we got the disco ball right here, right next to the astronaut, right in front of the Bitcoin Billionaires book, right next to the Bitcoin symbol. Because this is a party. Why? Because we are actively involved in the best asset early before the world's woken up to it. This is what we're here for. I'm here to hype you up because you shouldn't be worried right now. You should be jumping with joy that you're in the market. And this market rises and falls and ebbs and flows. But when you zoom out on this market, you can see one thing very clear. You can see one thing very clear, and that is the fact that this has been up and to the right since inception. In fact, this is a macro bull market. We've never had a bear market in Bitcoin. Kelly, what are you talking about? We have one every 4 years. If you look at this on the macro, we've only had midterm bear markets. On the macro, this looks just like a 4-hour chart in a bull market, meaning you have the rise, retrace, continuation, retrace, continuation, retrace, continuation, retrace, continuation, retrace, continuation, retrace, and then what happens over here? Continuation. This is the only thing that has happened in Bitcoin. The problem with all of us is we all zoom in here on a 15-minute chart and we look at this and we go, oh man, this just sucks. And that's okay if you're trading. Get into the 15-minute chart, get in the 5-minute chart, get in the 1 hour, whatever, tickles your fancy. But remember to remind yourself to get out here on a macro time frame and realize the truth of what's happening in this market. It's up and to the right, and we are still benefiting of that right now. Look at this massive move from this date right here, which is September 7th, September 6th. What is that move? We've been up 100% since September. And people are wondering if it's over. No, we need this market to flush out the insecurities in the market, the inefficiencies, the over leveraged nature, which means people just betting, aping in with leverage position that gives us this map that we talk about regularly, showing that all these people are longing and there's basically liquidity points that the price can push down and get free liquidity because if they're longing on leverage, we can come down and flush those out. They're forced to sell. Clears out the liquidity and then it's released. Clears out the liquidity, then it's released. Ooh, now there's all this liquidity above. That's what these hot zones are, these very bright zones. Clear out this liquidity, create a short squeeze, launches it up. Now we have all this inefficiency down here. Now tap that out. This is just flushing out the market. And I'm going to show you the proof that that is the case. And it is failing right now. Oh my God, we're only at $3.38 trillion market cap. What are we going to do? Guys, this was not even $2 trillion not that long ago. Over $1 trillion added to this market cap in a very short period of time. Bitcoin sitting here just under 2 trillion market cap. Ethereum, 425 billion. XRP, remember, only about a month ago is about $45-50 billion market cap. It's 114 now. Got up to 150, but now we're having a bit of pullback. We can see it in the broader market as well. Under 100 billion now for Solana, BNB 96 billion. Man, these are just nipping at each other's heels. Dogecoin, $55 billion for a meme coin. What a strong community there. Cardano, 32 billion. Whatever. Who cares about all this? We want to see some data. What is the data? Well, who cares about, I don't want to say who cares about this, but I'm just looking at this vibe right here. Parabolic cycle, pullback, be like. Here's the newbies. If you're feeling like this, it's okay. Realize that is a necessary, normal feeling. It's like, oh my God, I jumped in and now it's crashing. It's not crashing. We saw the price pull back from about 103,000. We're currently at 95,000. That is a blip in the radar. You don't even notice it. It's like a stealth jet on radar compared to a 747. That is such a small pullback. This is what holders are looking at like that have the long-term view. And this is what traders are looking like because they're so stressed in every move. They're getting chopped out. Let's release the Kraken of all of this frustration that we're doing and make sure we are positioning ourselves more longer term view. If we are trading, we're doing it with an allocated portion of our portfolio. If you're a newbie, what's the best antidote if you don't know what to do in this market? Well, guess what? We're back below $100,000, which means we're bringing back the deal, lab.bitlabacademy.com/deal. Take advantage of that while we're under $100,000. As soon as we're back above $100,000, the deal goes away, but you can lock in that 15 days free and over 30% off your membership with BitLab Academy right there. If you sign up there today, we got the full Discord, and I'm going to show some setups that I'm seeing in there as well. Very active community. John Dalton is one of the best analysts and traders that we have. He's, one of our main members there. Of course, the other thing I do want to shout out, everybody know this. Throw a 1 in chat if you want this. If you are a BitLab member here on the YouTube, or if you're a member in the Academy, then I'm going to be doing near daily. It's going to probably be four days a week. Member streams. They're actually going to be more member videos. They're not going to be live streams. About 4 to 8 minutes, basically under 10-minute videos in the mornings. Because I get into the office. We live stream at 11:30. I get into the office at like 7:30 in the morning. I want to start doing 4 days a week. Hope sometimes 5, but 4 days a week. Private member videos doing the chart setups, outlook, basically get the day started, breaking down what I'm seeing in Bitcoin, what the likely outcome is going to be in the movement for the day, a couple different key altcoins, and I'll take y'all's direction as members. If you want to participate in that, you can use this link right there and get in BitLab Academy. You'll have access. Or you can become a member here on the BitLab YouTube. And that link, if Alexander G, if you're in here, or Tater, if you guys can find that link and share that there. Actually, I'll pull it up right here. Give me 1 second because we have some massive charts that we have to pay attention to here in just a second. Some really key signals. Join a member, boom, right here. This is how you become a member. And you're also, of course, helping the BitLab Academy, it's a great way to help support the BitLab Academy. Join here, boom. That's where you can become a member of the BitLab Academy YouTube. It's like $1 something a week. And we're going to be doing those private videos in the morning, just giving you the setups for the day, what we're looking at. And I want to see you guys get active on that. The link is there in the live chat. If you are watching on Twitter, I will actually post that on there as well. And that is right here. Join. It is in the live comments right there. Now we got some charts, we got some TA, we got some we have some wonderful things we have to share today. So let's get into it. Let's talk about it. How you guys feeling? Because this should make everybody worried, but you should also have the wherewithal to see where this market is going. It's normal to be triggered emotionally. Know that. But you need to become aware of the emotional trigger and realize that you have a strategy in place to account for it. Now, I did share on my stream this morning, by the way, if you are watching on Twitter or YouTube, hit that retweet, hit that like button. You get entered to win. We do all kind of giveaways, and I made something really cool I'm going to be giving away to only a couple select people, and they're going to be getting that from this giveaway. So come over here, hit this retweet, hit this like button here on my Twitter page or on Academy BitLab. But I shared this actually, I have it over here. We'll get to that in a second, actually. But this is what we want to look at. Contrary to what most people believe, the massive dip we just experienced was one of the most bullish events we could have hoped for. Yes, a dip can be bullish. You got a super chat from Museum of Corruption. Shout out $4.99. Big love to you. I appreciate you. Shout out MJ for coming to BitLab Tech. Welcome to the family. Over $1.7 billion was liquidated. This is bullish. Unfortunately, some people got liquidated. I got liquidated yesterday on a very small portion, basically a very small allocated trade. It was $350. Yeah, I got liquidated. I wasn't paying attention. Market nuked. But that's also why you don't trade with your entire portfolio. You trade with a very, very allocated, focused amount that you're doing for trades. So 1.7 billion liquidated. And the truth is, there's a lot of people, their entire accounts were liquidated or substantial portions of it. Over-leveraged gamblers wrecked, NPCs hoping for overnight riches shaken out, textbook scenario to purge dumb money. And let's all be honest. Raise your hand right now. If you've ever been dumb money or you fear you're still dumb money, raise your hand. I'm a dumb ass sometimes. In fact, that's one of the reasons why I started this channel, because I made some stupid, very easy remedy errors early on in my trading, investing, crypto journey. Stupid. I'm talking losing almost 6 figures in 2 trades. And it was so easily preventable. And I've learned from those things for the most part, but I've learned so much in this space. I've been here since 2015, 2016. And so I want to make sure that I can help people have, meaningful tools, meaningful content, and an actual unbiased look at what's happening in this market. And this right here is what most people don't pay attention to, which is the education about what is happening here, understanding candles, understanding strategies, understanding indicators, understanding how to pull context from the broader market and give yourself signal. That's what we're here. That's what we're doing here at the BitLab Academy. So shout out. And again, if you want to take advantage of that deal, I'll leave that link down there, lab.bitlabacademy.com/deal. And with that, if you want to upgrade, that's the Discord. If you want to upgrade, you get access to the indicators and 120 lessons breaking down everything from on-chain to charts to signals to candles to indicators to patterns. I mean, it's all there. Get involved. The best investment you can make is in yourself. And again, it's a great way to help not only support this channel, but support your future. Now, let's dive into a bit more context here. Bitcoin can be hacked now by quantum. A lot of people were fearing. I do think that this had a little bit of a bearish nudge in the market, but no, Bitcoin cannot be hacked. They got, I think, 10 qubits. And Google announced the window has released 105 qubits with improved error rates, blah, 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 blah. Well, you would need something. I mean, look at this. Millions would present a threat. We're not even in a 10th of a 1,000th of a percent of that. And in fact, as quantum computing moves forward, it will also end up being integrated into Bitcoin mining and security as well. So I think this is a silly nudge that people have. Another one right here is the fact that ETF news, BlackRock shuffles approximately half their Bitcoin into thousands of new wallets. I think this spooked people because looking specifically on chain and not understanding the context of what's happening in the market, they see this and it looks like it kind of triggers alarms like, wait, is something happening? Is a sell-off? No, it was just basically reallocation to reorganizing how they were managing their custody and their accounting of the Bitcoin, the underlying Bitcoin they're holding for the ETF. So that's a non-story. It's a context thing. Today, there's a lot of fear. I think there is some volatility around this. Microsoft shareholders to vote today on adding, Bitcoin to their treasury. December 10th, 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Microsoft shareholders will decide whether one of the world's most influential tech companies should assess adding Bitcoin to their balance sheet. This is not just a corporate decision. It's a signal of where we are in the financial revolution. The fact that Microsoft is having a real meeting about this is a massive signal for the future. I don't care if Microsoft has it or not. Understanding this as a speculator also leads me to arrive at the conclusion that there's people that think this matters in the near term. And what will happen is if it's, it's denied or it's delayed or whatever, there will probably be a little bit of a sell-off because it takes a little bit of the bullish speculative wins out in the immediate term. In fact, even if we got a pretty big sell-off from this, from a no from Microsoft, I still think that December will more likely than not end in a green month. I talked about this Monday, which was yesterday. We'll likely have between 2 and 4 days down this week and likely start to resolve at the end of the week. We'll have to see how that plays out. But I've been pretty accurate, but we'll have to see how it plays out. Now, we also saw yesterday that Amazon shareholders requested to start looking at what their Bitcoin strategic reserve might be. And does this also incentivize, rather than use their cash to buy Bitcoin, maybe they start adding a buy on Amazon, buy with Bitcoin instead of US dollar? I don't know. We have to see, but we're at that stage in the game now where there's about to be a worldwide, let me say it again. We're at the stage right now where there's about to be a worldwide race to stack Bitcoin. But you're here, I'm here, we've been here before all that, so we get to be the beneficiaries of all of that demand driving the limited supply, driving the price up because there's such a limited supply. In fact, there's other stories about that, which we'll get to right here. The media is starting to figure it out. Behind Bitcoin's rally is a simple fact. Supplies are limited. My mom asked me on Sunday, when I talk to my mom every Sunday, she said, I don't get it. If MicroStrategy just announced a $42 billion Bitcoin buy, if the US is about to do a strategic reserve with 200,000 Bitcoins purchased a year for 5 years, if that cascades into an international arms race to stack Bitcoin, and it's all limited to, the miners, there's only, 3 Bitcoin, a little over 3 Bitcoin per block mined. How would they ever be able to satisfy that? And I'm like, if that does not give you the light bulb moment about the effects of supply and demand on price, then I don't know what will. The majority of the world cannot contend and process the idea of a limited supply. They're like, oh, there's only this amount. Yeah. And if there's only this amount and nobody's willing to sell, the price goes higher until somebody's willing to sell. It keeps going higher. It's, oh, yeah, I'll sell at that price. That's what drives the price of Bitcoin. Now, continuing on, we got to get into this TA. This time is running away from us, everybody. Got 461 on YouTube and another, a couple, 700 or 800 on Twitter. We got to get in and talk about some altcoin stuff. So let's run through this quite quickly. We got some TA we're going to be looking at. I got a little signal for you for Aptos. We got to talk about some things on Chainlink, Avalanche, and some others. I want to see you all posting in the live chat. If you do open up the video full screen on Twitter, there is a chat function in there. If you chat, I see it. I see it here on my screen. Let's everybody get active. Hit the like button. Hit that subscribe button. Ding the bell. Let's continue on. At this point, this is from a friend of mine, Michael Vanderpoop. He said, at this point, we shouldn't be peaking soon with the markets. The primary reason for this is that we're just about to break out of the longest altcoin, I call it consolidation, not really bear market, and we're about to see a weak dollar plus liquidity being added. The global liquidity is about to start running away to the upside. That means more fuel for the bullish fire, more fuel for risk on assets to really capture that liquidity if it goes. I think we'll go way higher, says Michael Vanderpoop. Continuing on, Russia is now basically, they see what the U.S. is about to do, and now it's going to be a race to see who can implement this first. And also what happens if the other one does, the sort of catch-up factor, the adjustments of those strategies. Guys, we are so bullish right now, and this is what we're looking at. Bitcoin fractal behavior, part 1. We see this on repeat, this was last summer, and then break down into this parabolic, boom, little rising, basically a bullish sort of consolidation to the upside. And then look at this, broadening wedge. and then right into this thing, launch up. This is our 7-month consolidation with basically $18,000 to $20,000 oscillations. The entire size of the Bitcoin market cap that it reached after 13 years in 27. Took 13 years to get there, and yet we did this 7 times in the matter of 7 months. The entire size of the market prior to 2017. That is incredible. Prior to 2018, I should say. And then we have the small accumulation here, break out of this channel. And look, a little accumulation here. We might get a little bit of a washout to the downside. In fact, I've been pointing that out to you all. And by the way, while we are tuned in here, roll call to everybody that's paying attention. If you're new here, if you just started watching in the last 2 weeks, throw a 1 in chat, put your hand up, say something. Let me welcome you to the community. Just so you know, this is one of the most positive crypto life channels out there, because we don't just talk numbers. We talk about how this market can change our lives. We ask what our why is. We ask, how do we make sure that we don't have trolls in the chats? Because all of you are good people. All the mods here make sure that we keep it on something that's empowering, informative, or, if there's a critique, do it with some substantiated words. We don't do all this nonsense trolling. And I love how wonderful this community is. So shout out to each and every single one of you. And again, it's holiday season. So happy holidays. Now, getting back in here, what do we see? We're going to get to the TA section right now. November, December, reaccumulation followed by big expansion into the new year. This is what we saw. This is 2021. Look at this. Nice move up, little sell off, sort of reaccumulation here, and then launch. Kind of looks very similar with where we're at now. This is a very real possibility. As bullish as I was yesterday, throw 1 in chat if you remember me doing this. As bullish as I was yesterday, I said, okay, I'm feeling bullish. Let me look at what the bearish outcomes will be. We talked about this, and I drew this out yesterday. I just deleted it this morning, but I drew this out showing, this very, very real possibility that this could come down to this level, which is this low, and potentially come down into this $77,000 range. It's a very real possibility. Now, I'm still leaning way more bullish. I'm a permabull, damn it. But as bullish as I am, I cannot separate my speculative nature and my strategy to make sure I look at the opposite direction that my bias is, so that I am prepared. Been around for years, mainly in the background, but the information is 100%. Thank you. I wish I got involved before I lost a bit of cash, but as I stated, made it back plus extra. Shout out to the Gray family. Big love to you. I appreciate the comment there. Thank you so very much. I really do. And I do this to be here along with you all, to help you make the mistakes I did. And also hopefully give you a lens. I don't want you to, anybody, make decisions based on specifically what I say. Use me as a tool amongst other people that you're learning from, amongst other lenses on the market. I hope I can be a positive impact. That's my only goal. I love and appreciate each and every one of you, and I love this community. So continuing back on here, where were we at? Boom. We got that already. We got that. Delete. Okay. We very well may even continue consolidating into the end of the month, because $100,000, it's that real number. Everybody was expecting, a lot of people, I should say, once we break directly past 100, it was just going to shoot to 120. And I was talking about this very likely could push up above, be a trap, come back down, trap people back down, come back up, and consolidate sideways. I've been talking about this. I don't want that to happen. I want it to go up only. But then again, you don't want up only, because you want the work to be done in the chart, so it's a healthy move and it doesn't just crash and ruin people's life because they don't know what to do. Chris Pfaff says, thankful for the opportunity to be surrounded by knowledgeable people wanting to help others. Well, I'm appreciative to be around all of you, and thankful for everybody that is here. Now, I shared this morning in the BitLab Discord, but I also wanted to share it online because I wanted to share it here on the stream. Bitcoin has been whipsaw trapping, meaning go up. See, whipsaw up, trap people, whipsaw down, trap people, come back to equilibrium, trap people, now trap people back to, look at these wicks, comes back in. But look at the 3 different lines here. There's a massive massive intersection of this rising level of support, descending level of resistance that became support, Look at the attempted washout. And then, of course, this descending level of resistance. Now, why did I do these lines instead of here to here? Because this to this is the first line, and look how it lines up. That lines up again. That lines up again. This lines up again. The wick up, but the candle body right here lines up again. And then what do we see now after this? I talked about this. It seems like the price action is coming to a multi-support resistance tipping point. This is what I'm watching. I'm cautious for a fake out down to commit shorts and a fierce move back up and vice versa. Today is also the Microsoft shareholder, blah, blah, blah. We talked about that. But when we look at this zoomed in, this is that same chart now that, what happened to my line? Did my line disappear? Or is it a different chart? There it is, this chart right here. So now it has broken down from this. Does this mean it's over? Well, currently we still have a wick coming up. We have this level right here that we've drawn on the chart from this rejection, this chop zone, this rejection, this support, this support, this support, support on the bottom, bounce on the top, slice through, but here, bounce, bounce, bounce. If we lose this 94 to 93.6 sort of level, I'm watching for the price to come down here to about $87,000. What do you think about that? Does it bother you for Bitcoin to potentially flush down to $87,000? Ask yourself, really, are you impatient with this market? Are you feeling like it needs to go now? Because when you look at this market, I mean, flushes down to 87, but remember, since September, we're up 100%. We got to be more patient with this market because it moves faster than we realize. We forget that because we're looking at the chart all day, every day. We go, oh man, it's not doing anything. Man, it's doing all kind of things. But as you notice, when the moves happen, look at this right here. This move here to that, that's a 7% move in 2 days. And then if we continue on all the way up to here, that's 9 days, 32% move. And then it consolidates sideways. Another move, then it consolidates sideways. These moves that happen, when they do happen, I mean, look at this right here. From this point over, that was 18 days. Hold on, let me do it right here. 18 days, 45%, 16 days. When the moves happen, they happen when you, for people not paying attention, least expect it. And you're like, and then you jump in the middle right here when it starts. Then you get back. You got to make your move with confidence and be willing to hold. It's much easier to do that when you do it on spot. Of course, all of us are degens and we all, have some, or a good portion of have some sort of allocation to an exchange where we're leverage trading as well. But make sure you're doing it with a respectable, like a risk managed amount in your leverage account. So if you get wiped entirely, it doesn't affect your overall portfolio. I got liquidated yesterday, right? I told you guys about that earlier in the stream. It was about $350. It was $320. Okay. Well, the portfolio, just my altcoin portfolio, and this isn't my total portfolio, just my altcoin portfolio, what's $300 to 118,000? When you consider my larger portfolio with Bitcoin and all that kind of stuff, I mean, it's nothing. But I trade responsible amounts that I can, remember, leverage trading is gambling. So what do we see? Chainlink down, Ondo down. This is 24 hours. BitTensor down. Avalanche down, Near down, Aerodrome down, AKA Chainlink's providing another opportunity. Ondo's not as good of an opportunity, but down 5%. BitTensor, wow, one of my favorite picks this cycle, down 15%. Avalanche, great opportunity, great opportunity, great opportunity. When you realize you're in a bull trend and you have a dip, you can see the pullbacks as an opportunity versus an ego slap in your face and that you failed again. No, zoom out, sucker. So let's go through some of these. Ethereum, rising channel, told us it was likely going to break down. Rising channels, the pattern of a rising channel, when a pattern is pointed up, the probability is that the breakout will be to the downside. That doesn't mean a breakout, in this case, that's a breakout, does not mean it has to have a continuation. A breakout means the move out of this pattern will likely be down at minimum first before it goes up. What we're contending with right now, and I didn't draw this today, this line was already here. What we're contending with now is, will it hold this level? And if not, where will it go next? Well, when you zoom out on this, look at this. The golden pocket of this move is exactly just below where we're just bouncing. If the price action cannot hold in this zone, the next level down is going to be right down in probably right about in this zone here. And if we lose that, then we're coming down to the 28.49. That's going to make so many people mad because Ethereum was getting ready to go. It's dead again. No, the market, especially altcoins, is the smaller the market cap, the more affected typically, the more volatile they're going to become. Bitcoin drops, of what, 2-3%. And altcoins, what do we see? Altcoins, 11%, 5%, 16%. There's way more risk in altcoins, but there's also potentially way more money to be made. This is why you need to understand this so you don't just get emotionally chopped out of this market. Because when we look at what's going on right now, last chance to buy the dip, this is from Titan of Crypto, with Bitcoin dominance in a confirmed downtrend, the stage is set for explosive alt season. What's he talking about? Rising pattern. This is called a rising wedge. It's pointed to the upside. That's why we call it rising. But we have a breakdown, an attempted move up, which could be, keyword could be a confirmation move before the further breakdown. However, Colin Talks Crypto, where's it at? There's a comment in here from Colin, right here. This is from Colin Talks Crypto. For any of you that ever looked at the CBBI, let's actually look at it. CBBI Colin Talks. Right here. CBBI, which is an aggregate indicator that looks at, I think, 11 different, 9, I guess he removed 2, 9 different metrics and on-chain data to show you kind of where you're at. Really smart guy. And he sort of updated the where did that go? He sort of updated that same look we were looking at from Titan of Crypto. Instead of seeing a rising wedge as Titan of Crypto is pointing, he's pointing to a rising channel. Well, rising channels, remember rising patterns, more often than not break to the downside. And so in this case, we see a very similar thing where it broke down. The question's going to be right here. It broke down, but is it a fake out? And this is important. Although we're looking at dominance, we're not looking at the coin that you're holding in your wallet. Show me the coin, T.A. Kelly. Well, I'm showing you some damn context. Let's pay attention here. If this breaks down and continues down, this is saying altcoins are ripping. If this breaks down and it's a fake out and this pushes back within this channel, we have a strong possibility for this to rise and, we could still hit the top side of this range, which would spell trouble for the altcoins. So at least in terms of how they are weighed against Bitcoin. So we need to pay attention to that. But there are altcoins out there that are showing some nice stuff. For instance, Aptos, from my boy Quentin Francois here. Aptos, number of active addresses on the Aptos blockchain. Look at this. It went from back here in early January at the beginning of the year. I can't even read what this is. Maybe 15, 20,000. I'm just guessing. All the way up above 600,000 bounces actually forming a bull flag, if you can believe it. And number of active addresses on the Aptos blockchain monthly, just steady rise. This is a fundamental metric for those of you looking for longer term investments or trying to catch something before a big move. There's activity of people actively utilizing this chain. So what does it mean for the price? Another one from Michael Vanderpoel. Beautiful retest taking place on Aptos. I think that the last correction showed that there is a significant interest to be buying the dip on those altcoins. So what we're seeing here, look at this. Move up, rejection, comes down. Next, strong move up, and look exactly where this bounced. Right at this previous range high. Range high, what am I talking about? When price rolls over like this. The high, this chop zone right here where this is rolling over, this is where he outlined, and this is exactly where it bounced. So we might be seeing a setup here. Next target zone may be $20, he says. So, let's look at it. Here's Ethereum. I think we're all waiting to see a little bit about what's happening with Bitcoin in regards to Microsoft. But even a sell-off on that, I do think, ultimately will end in being a speculative sell-off and then a strong buying the dip opportunity for markets to rebound from there. Now, when we look at Aptos, APT, what do we see? Okay, well, look at this. I don't even remember when I drew this. Oops. I don't even remember when I drew this. But we had a rising channel, and I drew a midway point here. And what do we see? Rejection, bounce, kind of chopping in the zone, little intermediary channel. Rejection, bounce, breaks down, bounce, finds support, rejection, reject, with a couple deviations. A little bit of a deviation above, finding support. M formation. Double top formation. Just think of the letter M. What is, sorry. The letter M shows the price action trying to go above a certain level. Bears bring it down. The bulls try to bring it above a certain level. They can't. This shows the nature of the bullish narrative is weakening. And at this point, some bulls in here say, okay, well, it's not getting over. I'm flipping bearish. And then you get the breakdown. And what do we see right here? We see that same thing happen. Then you get the breakdown from the neckline. Boom, comes up to this center point, rejects. Is the next level going to be down here in this target? I don't even, by the way, I don't even remember when we looked at Aptos last, but for whatever reason, I drew a level right here as a target for the price to hit. And it's it's just doing this for years, seeing how things play out. And it just turns out, it just looks like this is a pretty reasonable target for the price to come into. And I wouldn't say all the way down in here, but potentially here at the 10 to 10.25 sort of range. If this is able to hold here and this is just a fake out, we want to see this get back above the 11.86 or $12 mark, and then we have to contend with this range here. When we look at Link, oh my God, what do we got? Look at that, rising channel. And what we get? Rising channels break bearish. What happened? Broke down, came up, confirmed the move, or attempting to by getting rejected again. Where at? I didn't draw this today. This was already on the chart. For those of you that have been watching me, we together have been nailing these setups. Vote denied, Kelly. Is the vote denied? Is that, let me go look. Let's go. Boom. Let's see. We got to get that live breaking news. Come on, Microsoft. Let's look together. Boom, boom, boom. Breaking Microsoft shareholders meeting just started where investors will vote. Okay, that's not. Let's do latest. Boom. It's settled. Minimum 5% Bitcoin position. Wait, is this real? I would too if Microsoft was considering an investment now. I'll put it in for their. Okay. I don't know. Why Microsoft vote against? Okay. Okay. Well, you know what that opens the doorway to, everybody? We are here doing this together. That opens the doorway to another top tech company. And this is a tech company. I can understand if it's like a grain and feed company that rejects. They should understand this. There's other tech companies out there, Amazon, Apple, Meta, Google, Yahoo, that can sort of take the reins here, and they will have a massive separation on the field. NVIDIA, Tesla. Will Tesla now reactivate their position? Because remember, they had a pretty damn large Bitcoin position, and they sold about 75% of it, if I'm not correct. If I am correct. And Elon Musk said that they'll add it back when the Bitcoin mining was over 50% green energy use. And the reports have come out that we're well above that. And it's one of the biggest impacts to driving positive green energy because the profit margins are better if you're getting green energy, like geothermal energy, like wind, because the margins are just better on that than drilling for oil and doing so on and so forth. And the data does show that Bitcoin mining is predominantly green. And so maybe this can be something where Elon Musk, again, he does something that the traditional CEOs, as he calls them, NPCs, that only act in a certain rigid, freaking ridiculous manner without understanding the broader picture. As a CEO, I don't care if I have shareholders or not. You have to be bold enough to make a decision that's going to be best impact for your company, for your shareholders, whether or not they like it or not. Same reason with Elon Musk. When he's developed all the patents that he did for EVs and batteries and all the stuff for Tesla, he gave all that away to BMW. He gave all that away to a number of other companies. And what happened was, because he is so far ahead in tech, that when they started utilizing it, then it became the standard, the Tesla standard for EV. That's why you see Tesla charging stations everywhere, because you can use it on other electric vehicles, because it became part of the system. And everybody said, you're an idiot for doing that. You need to protect your patent. It's not. And he realized that this is an open source world now, that if you can only make it into the future open source, and that includes the type of technology that you're utilizing to transact. And yes, dollar bills in your wallet are technology. That's a form of technology. Fire is a form of technology. The pen and writing is a form of technology. We're at the point of technology now where nearly everything we do is integrated in some digital capacity, or we do it also in a digital capacity. So why not understand that the future of this world currently, probably for the next multi-generational time frame, is digital? That includes blockchain, that includes money, that includes trade. So Microsoft made a massive issue there. So let's look at the chart and see what it means for what's happening right now. We got the breakdown. Oh my God, it's over. But as it stands right now, this is still, I mean, look at where we're at in price action. If this crashes, it's not a crash. It's another opportunity in the zone if it comes down here. If we lose that, then I'm going to have another buy here. And if this happens, what do we still have on the chart? That is the Bitcoin CME futures gap that is still here, $78,000 to $80,000. So if we come down to 77, which is this node right here, this would flush the CME futures gap. I'm still of the opinion, maybe I'm a permabull, I'm still of the opinion that this will not get closed. But let's see how things play out. We still have a lot of geopolitical things going on around the world, geopolitical tensions with South China Sea and Taiwan. That's all heating up. What we're seeing in Russia, what we're seeing in Ukraine, what we're seeing in Syria, what we're seeing in Israel, what we're seeing. And on top of that, we have an administration that feels like they're trying to do everything possible to make it difficult for the next administration to come in. It seems like they're trying to force World War III. I don't understand it, but all we can do is protect ourselves. And the way I'm protecting myself is making sure that I'm stacking into crypto. I have a longer term viewpoint on all this, so it doesn't matter for me it goes down. I understand where it's going over the next year and a half, AKA the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years. So if it does drop from here, I am a buyer. I don't know what you are. But shout out again. I do want to just re-emphasize everybody. We're going to start doing morning videos. They're not going to be live streams. It's going to be like a 6 to 12 minute video breaking down what's happening in the charts. So, you know, each day. And you get access to that if you become a BitLab member. I did share that with you all earlier, the link. And where is that at? Oh, it's right here. Oop. This is a link. If you want to join, become a BitLab member here on YouTube, you can do it right there. It's about $1 something a week. And you're going to get access to those. It's in the live chat. I also commented down below the Twitter video. You can see it there. And if you want to have a much deeper, broader experience with all kind of charts, setups, requests, member streams, also get access to the Academy. All that is available through this link right here, lab.bitlabacademy.com/deal. Get active in your education, get active in a community that we're all talking, showing setups and all these different things. But that's all I got for today, everybody. I love you. I appreciate you. I got to run. Catch me. I'm doing a lot of Mario Nawfal spaces now, video spaces through kind of throughout the week in the afternoons. So tune in anytime. I'm going to be talking with Charles Hoskinson this afternoon. So big love to each and every one of you. Make sure get involved there or get involved on the link that I have in the live chat. I love you. I appreciate you. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. And I will see you chatting over there in the blockchain basement. That's all I got. Adios. Adios, muchachos. Thank you for coming. Thank you for giving us opportunity again by dropping. Let's go.